Okay. The first thing that you need to do is go to code.org. Once you are here on this website, which says code.org. Oh, I made a wrong. Yes. So you need to write code.org, code.org, code.org. Org basically means organization. So here you need to go to this projects toolbar. Actually, what I am doing right now, you do not have to follow it. You have to follow something that I would be doing like 2-3 minutes later. But there is this projects portion where we have a lot of projects that the people have made, and similarly there is these projects which says games with events. If you will go into these games with events, you would see that there are a lot of projects that people have made, and there are a lot of games that people have made. I want to see what is in there in this basketball project. Okay, someone published that almost 1 hour ago. So let's see what is in this project. So this is kind of a simple basketball game that we have. You can see there is a hand at the bottom. We can move it with right click or left click. Not the clicks, actually the arrow buttons on your keyboard, right arrow or left arrow. And the goal that you have to do is that you need to make sure that this ball gets into that net that you can see on top. So that one. So if this ball gets into that net, you will score a point, and if that ball misses your hand and touches the bottom, your opponent would score a point. You can see two scores here. Now the first one has increased, which means that my score would increase when I put the ball through the net, and my opponent's score is going to increase if I let the ball touch the bottom like that. So we have to create this game by working with the game learn project of code.org. So how to access it? Let's try to find that out. First thing, that now what I'm going to show you is something that you have to follow. So in order to follow that, what you need to do is go to this learn tab, the first one, scroll down, go a little down, you will see this. This says R of code exercises. So you need to click here on this view more button. Once you click on this view more button, what you would see further is that there are a lot of activities that you can do, but we have to work on this basketball one. So you can find that here in the sports section. Let's go to the sports section. And then it says that code your own sports game. So we are going to make a basketball game today. So I'll click here on this one, which says basketball game. There is an introductory video for that as well. If you want to watch, you can watch that video as well. It's only 1 minute long, and it has a lot of big names, a lot of stars of different games who are explaining how this game would work. Let's watch this video first, and then we'll start making this game.
Playing basketball.
Tennis.
Football.
Fútbol cuando era un niño.
Getting really good at something isn't easy.
It takes persistence and hard work.
It takes years of commitment.
Success isn't just about training your body.
It's also about training your mind.
Your body and brain get stronger when you push yourself.
I didn't always know I'd be a basketball champion.
Non sai mai cosa ti riserva il futuro.
Os futuros campeões serão os criadores.
Aquellos con el talento para cumplir su sueño.
Kung abot ang imahinado futuro.
¿Qué quieres crear?
¿Qué vida puedes cambiar?
If you can dream it, you can do it.
You can bring any idea to life.
It's not going to be easy.
It takes time and determination like anything else.
You'll make mistakes, you'll get better.
You'll get stronger and you'll succeed.
Push yourself.
Push yourself. Push yourself.
Push yourself.
Oh, respect. Anybody can learn.
Só depende de vocês.
So you watch this video and you watch a video of like 20 legendary players from cricket, football, basketball, tennis, and different games. So all of them, they have tried to learn this game, and you can also try to learn how to make this game, and it's very easy. All you have to do is just follow the instructions that are given. I will show you where the instructions are and what to do when a certain instruction is given. Read the instructions very carefully. Only when you read these instructions, they are going to help you a lot on understanding what you need to do. For example, now I have opened this one, which says make a basketball game, and I directly go to level 1 of that. Level 1 is like the easiest lesson. So these here you can see are the skill levels from 1 till 8. Step by step, we are going to learn about different techniques of the game. We are going to start with the simplest ones, and by the end, by the time we reach the 8th level, we would be able to create this game or rework this or remix this game. So let's say that we want to start. What we need to do is just read the instructions that are written here. These are the instructions. And once you read those instructions, after this, what you need to do is that follow whatever you need to do so that this task can be completed. So this is basically the goal that you have to achieve in every level. This one says attach a block to the when left arrow block. We can see two colors of blocks here. This one is green, and on the left side we have these blue ones. The green ones are the events. What are they? Can you tell them what are they? Events. We know what the events are. Events are anything that can happen. Like rainfall is an event. We would say that when it rains, we will play in the ground. When it is night, we will sleep. So every action that we take is basically linked to some event. Like when I am hungry, I will eat. When I'm thirsty, I will take water. So when I am is basically sort of an event. Similarly, when left arrow is an event. If this event happens, what is the action that your character is going to take? So when this happens, your character is going to move left. So this is, let's say, the rule that we make. When we press the left arrow on our keyboard, we would want our character to move left. Now, when I run it, you see this would happen. When I move left, when I press the left arrow, it moves towards the left side. All you need to do is just touch this red flag and your task for this level 1 is done. Now we will go to the next level. Now you would see that there are two events here. Which are the two events? Who can tell me? The two events that you see on your screen.
One left arrow, one right arrow.
Yes, the first event is when left arrow. The second event is when right arrow. So what we need to do now, we need to tell what are the actions that we need to take. So these two are actions, blue ones. These green ones are events. Yes, Mina, you want to say something? You are mute.
I think if the green ones are events, then what are the blue ones called?
Yes, the blue ones are called actions. Actions. Like the director says, okay. Action. So these are the actions. In an event when left arrow is pressed, what action would take place? We would want our character to move left. Similarly, when this event happens, when right arrow is pressed, what action would you want your character to take place? You would want that your character should move right. So when I run it now, When I press left arrow, it goes towards the left side. And when I press the right arrow, it goes towards the right side. So using correct actions with the correct events will help us complete this game. It's very simple. So let's go to level 3.
In this one,
So now the next thing is, what should happen this event, if this event happens when ball hits hand, what action would you take? Now the event has changed. The event is when ball hits
bounce
hand.
ball.
Yes, we are going to make sure that the ball bounces back when the ball hits the hand. So now you don't have to do anything, just press the run button. This ball will come down,
What will happen
hit
if
this
you don't
hand.
attach?
If you don't attach this, the
Yes.
ball will not bounce back and it will cross the hand like that. So you need to make sure that this ball bounces and goes back in the air. So when the ball will hit the hand, it will bounce, and this would happen. After this, we have the fourth lesson. In this fourth level, what we have is, now you can see that the flag is on the top. Now you need to tell that there are two things. First, when the ball is hitting the hand, we already know the ball should bounce back. Also, we need to tell that the ball should also bounce when the ball hits wall. If the ball hits this red wall anywhere, this red line represents the wall. So if the ball hits this wall anywhere, this side or top side, in any of these sides, the ball is going to hit that wall and bounce back and go back in the air. Now the same action, bounce ball, is going to be at more than one places. The first place is when ball hits hand, the second place is when ball hits wall. So in both these cases, in both these events, when the ball hits hand and when the ball hits wall, the action is going to be the same. The ball is going to bounce back. We can later on change this action completely by adding some sound here. So maybe we can make some difference, but the basic action is the same. When the ball would hit the hand, it will bounce back in the and go back in the air. Similarly, when the ball would hit the wall, it would bounce and go back in the air. So something like this would happen. That's fine. The next thing is that we have to follow the level 5 now. The level 5 is kind of almost the same thing, but now you have 4 events here. Now you have an event of left arrow, you have an event of right arrow, you have an event of ball hitting the hand, you have the event for ball hitting the wall. So let's say that we write out everything for all these events. First, what happens when you press the left arrow? We would move left. Who would help me complete that? What happens here when right arrow is pressed? What should we attach with this one? So we have these actions. What action should happen if this event takes place? When move right, fine. And what happens when these two happen? When ball hits hand and when ball hits wall. In both the cases, the ball should bounce. So let's say we add bounce ball here on both these sides. Mohammad Bilal, are you calling your mama?
Yes, sir. I was also creating a game.
You were also
I
creating.
got till level 6.
You
I
have
was
got
in
to level
level
6.
6.
Okay, that's fine.
Now I'm at level 7.
Okay, that's good. So now when ball hits the hand, the ball would definitely bounce, but you can play some sound also to tell that the ball is bouncing, and the event can be a little different. Let's say when the ball hits the hand, we do not play any sound, but when the ball hits the wall, we play the bounce sound. Now you're going to see that it is different. I would have to play that again. So it's touching that again. I don't want it to touch that actually. Now you see that when the ball hit the hand, there was no sound, but when the ball hit that wall, there was a bounce sound attached to it. So that is it with the level 5. Now let's see what happens with the level 6. If you're stuck somewhere like that, you can click directly on level 6 and you will move to the level 6. Okay, so now there is a goal at the top. Attach the score point and score opponent point blocks to when ball in goal and when ball misses hand. Now you see that there are 6 events. Previously there used to be 1 event, then 2 events, then we had 4 events, and now we have 6 events. These 2 events that we have at the bottom, when ball in goal and when ball misses hand, they make our game competitive. They make our game competitive by adding the score feature in this game. So whenever we are going to touch the goal, the ball would touch the goal, we are going to score a point. So we are going to get a score. And if we miss the ball and the ball does not touch our hand and goes to the bottom, we are going to get our opponent is going to get a point and we are going to lose a point. So let's say first 4 events are the same. When left arrow is pressed, we move left. When right arrow is pressed, we move right. When ball hits the hand, we bounce the ball. When ball hits the wall, we bounce the ball again. And we play the bounce sound as well. Now only 2 things are left: when ball in goal and when ball misses hand. So if the ball is in the goal, you are going to score a point. And when the ball misses your hand, you are going to score opponent point. The opponent is going to score a point. You can add these sounds here to make them sound a little different. So let's say what happens if we start playing it. So we need to keep on playing this game. See how many points you can score before your opponent scores twice. So if your opponent gets 2 points, you are going to move to the next level, but you need to see how many points you can score before the opponent scores 2 points. Opponent के 2 points होने से पहले आप जितने maximum points score कर सकते हैं आप कर लेंगे, but आप next level में तब जाएंगे जब आपके opponent के 2 score हो जाएंगे. So I'm going to start playing it. And let's see how many points do I score before my opponent scores 2 points. I am going to say that I won't score any point because I want this level to end and we want to go to the next level also. That is, I'm going to take my character to one side. Just touch it once. Okay, it has scored a point. And I would lose another point so that we could go to the next level. Okay, in this next level, which is level 7, now you have got another button which says when run. This is also an event, but this represents the game settings when you start playing this game. Now you would see that there are a lot of new buttons, there are a lot of new actions that have been added now. So first, let's try to figure out how to complete these ones, the events that we already have. And then after that, we will go to this when run portion. So when left arrow is pressed, we know that we need to click, we need to move left, we need to move right when the right arrow is pressed. We need to bounce the ball when it hits the hand. We need to bounce the ball when it hits the wall. We are playing bounce sound when it hits the wall, but we are not playing any sound when it hits the hand because that is something that our character should be doing. Now, when the ball is in the goal, we will score a point, and when the ball misses the hand, we are going to score an opponent point. Now, there are few things that you can set before you start the game. So let's say when you press the run button, you would see nothing is happening here right now, but we can change a few things when we start running the game. So these last four are the things that you need to start, that you need whenever you want to start this game. Let's say whenever you are going to press run button, we would want a new ball is thrown. We would want to set our hand speed. I would want to turn it a little fast because it's actually very slow. Similarly, I would want to set a ball speed to certain value. I would also want it to be fast. And then there is this portion which can help us you to select the hand. I say that I am not that dark skinned, so maybe I can use a little lighter color of hand. So you can say that you can see that now the things are going to change when I press the run button. Similarly, it also says that you have to attach the new throw new ball block in more than one places. So whenever you want a new ball to come in practice, you need to attach this block. We would want that whenever we score a point, the ball is going to go beyond that goal. So we want the new ball to be thrown every time we score a point. And similarly, when the ball misses the hand, we want to throw a new ball to show that the ball has missed the hand, a new ball needs to come in. So now you would see that our game is going to start working perfectly fine. It has all the features now, and it's working very fast also, which is better for us. The rule is the same again. If you lose 2 points, you would proceed to the next level. But we should not lose 2 points directly. We should at least get 1 point first, and then we can look forward to lose the second point. So now I can easily lose the second point. And you see that when as soon as I lost the second point, I got to the new level. Now in this next level, which is level 8, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You can now do it all your own. You again have those same 6 events and one when run event. When run is also an event, but it is going to set, or you can say it is going to make your game with a particular setting. You can change the game settings with this one. Some of the times you may want that I don't like this background to be empty. So I can change the background by setting the team to any team, let's say. Now you would see that the background would change a little. Is it changing? Yes. Now the background has changed a little. Similarly, I can change it to
level 7 again.
Level 7.
Yes.
So if you follow this level 8, it would clear your all concepts of level 7 also. Okay. So let's first complete it, and then we'll see that what we need to do. Okay. So similarly, first thing that you can do is set your team. Let's say that I set this team, which is Boston Celtics. Now, this is the background that you will get if you set your team to Boston Celtics. My all-time favorite is Chicago Bulls. So let's say that I put this one, and this gives us a very funky red colored background, which is better for us. So first when run, I am setting the team. Then I am throwing a new ball. Before I throw a new ball, I'm going to set the hand speed to, let's say, fast, and also the ball speed to be, let's say, fast. And after that, I want this throw new ball. I can set the hand if I want to a fairer color or a darker color if I want, but it's not a necessity. You do not need to necessarily do it. If you do it, it's fine. If you don't do it, it's still workable. So all of our when run operations are here. Now we need to put just these 6 events. These 6 events we already know a lot about. Move left, move right with the left arrow and the right arrow keys. Bounce the ball when ball hits hand, and bounce the ball again when the ball hits wall. Play the bounce sound. Let's say when the ball hits wall, and when the ball hits hand, do not play any sort of sound. When the ball is in goal, we are going to score a point. Play some sound. Let's say cheering sound. And if the opponent scores a point, the opponent is going to score a point when your ball misses the hand. You are going to play a whistle sound if you miss the ball. And also just one last thing that we now need to fit in, that is,
when ball is in the goal, it would be your point.
yeah, sorry, when the ball is in the goal, it would be my point. I just picked up the wrong block, so I will put the right block here, which is score point. Play cheering sound. And the last thing that I need to add now is this throw new ball here and this throw new ball here. So both of these, all of these things would help me complete my game. Now my game is working fine. I can start playing it, or once I see that it is working fine, I can click on this finish button and it would take me to this place which says copy link to project, send to phone, keep playing. So I am going to copy link to project here, and let's say that I share it in your group. Okay, so now you can see that I can add it here, and this is it. Now, as only less than 1 minute is left,